Welcome to the Play World Cup. I'm James.
And I'm Jason.
And we are bringing you the third week of matches for the Play World Cup. Now, first of all, a huge thank you to our very first sponsor, Liquid Interactive. You can see their logo down the bottom. Actually, not until we get into the game. Don't do it yet.
Don't do it yet.
Do it.
Got itchy fingers.
Big thanks to you guys for supporting the cause. And make sure that if you're in Brisbane, check out the Brisbane Festival, because Liquid Interactive have a totally rad thing called the Light Scope on sale. Not on sale. You can't buy it. No one can buy it. But
It's priceless.
it's like LED screens. There's like hundreds of them, and then there's Xbox Connects, and it's a tunnel, and it kind of interact with it. It's really super cool.
Looks
So,
sweet.
yeah, thanks to those guys, and make sure that you go check that out. Also, if you want to donate, then just head to our website at playworldcup.com.au and hit the donate button. But let's get into this game.
Let's do it.
So we have CBS Interactive versus Endgame Studios. They are playing on the Boneyard, and this is the second game in their match.
That's right. So here spawning right now, we've got the purple Protoss Timmy, and his partner in crime will be the yellow Zerg Yusyn.
Down the bottom right, we have Griddler as the teal Terran. Actually, it's the left, but it's right of the left. And up top, we've got the green Zerg Frezned.
That's right.
Okay, so getting into it, just a quick recap here. We've got CBS sort of sitting at the top of the ladder at the moment.
Yep.
They've walked away with 2 wins at the moment. And Endgame, I think, came away with a win and a loss.
You are testing my memory, but I'm going to agree with you because I have no way to check that right now. So
I have no way
yes.
to verify that information.
And I trust that no one else will verify this information, and we can all assume it's correct.
Actually, no. Actually, I think this was the top of the ladder clash.
Oh.
So I think that Endgame may have had 2 wins and CBS may have had 2 wins. This was the first game to split the two apart and actually put somebody on top.
Yep.
Yeah, so big match. A lot
Very
at
big
stake
match.
here.
And here we see a scout coming out from Griddler. Looks like he's going to be scouting CBS's base first. So that's a good scout position.
We see a spawning pool going down for Frezned. That's actually quite an early spawning pool compared to Yusyn, who looks like he's just building up an absolute ton of lings and going for the early hatchery.
Yeah. So Yusyn's dropping that early expansion while Frezned's spawning pool's over 50% done. So could be seeing a little bit of earlier pressure that Yusyn might struggle to deal with. But this wall here from Timmy should prevent too much damage from any early aggression we might see.
In the meantime, we've got Griddler building up a wall for Endgame Studios with a couple of supply depots and barracks. I'm sure there's going to be a few more
I'm sure
buildings
he'll fill that
thrown
up
in place.
pretty soon.
Mm-hmm.
So Griddler continuing to scout around the map, maybe just looking for any sort of sneaky hidden expansions, super early ones apart from this one from Yusyn, but just keeping that SCV scouting around the map doesn't hurt.
Mm-hmm. Just making sure he knows about any sneaky business going on.
That's right.
In the meantime, we've got a few lings out on the map now from Frezned. We've got maybe half a
6.
dozen. Yep. You say 6, I say half a dozen. Potato, potato. Yeah.
Or the less popular half a baker's dozen -1, but it is a little bit harder on the eye.
All right.
But no, here we see, so Timmy's wall, we're going to get a zealot out in time. I think we are to block that off. He's chronoing it out now. We have to see a little supply block. But no, this zealot should get out just in time to defend from these lings, I hope. There we go. Timmy getting that zealot out, although leaving a hole
Just
in that
snuck
wall.
through.
Killing that ling, but he needs to get that, yes, get it on hold position. Timmy successfully walling off just in the nick of time there to prevent those lings from doing too much damage at all. Looks like that zealot
Should hold, but is running out of health. Just allows 1 into the base, and so that 1 is going to be able to get some valuable scouting information. Probably not do too much damage, but get a good sense of what's going on in the base.
Yusyn's 2 lings cleaning that up nicely, but yeah, so he does get a nice scout of Yusyn's base. See, there's no roach warren or no early lair tech or anything like that, so you know it was a handy little ling to get in there.
Mm-hmm.
But nicely defended from Timmy.
So we see Griddler taking position on the Zelnaga towers as well with a couple of SCVs, so he's got sight.
Yusyn with the other tower.
Yeah, actually. Did that just happen?
It did just happen. That totally just happened.
Yeah, totally.
So Frezned are building a baneling nest as well, so 50% done on that baneling nest, and starting to mass up a decent amount of lings. who do find a gap in that wall. I thought that was fully walled off, but it's not quite.
Looks like we've got metabolic boost coming from both Zerg players as
Yeah,
well, so pretty soon we're going to see that map awash with speedlings rushing around the place, getting up to all kinds of mischief.
I think so. So I want to see what Frezned does with these lings. Those zealots are in place to block them off, although we are seeing some banelings morph in. So we're going to be seeing a baneling bust on this wall. Yeah, this pylon, definite weak spot of that wall. If they can break through that, then there's clear entry into the base.
Are we going to see a collective attack, though? Because I can only see units from Frezned there. I can't see Griddler moving anything up at this stage. Looks like it's going to happen anyway.
Here we go.
So he's pushing up. He's going right into the base. And he's going to get
that
the pylon.
Oh,
but he hits the cybernetics core instead, and so that does not go
zealots.
down.
No, so those lings still have a wall to deal with. They can't just run through the base. Although Yusyn's lings now stuck by that zealot, but now pinned Frezned's lings. And oh no, he has broken through the pylon. So now getting another scout of the base. Those 5 lings aren't going to be enough to do too much damage, but once again getting that valuable scout.
Yeah, so he does see that second base now from Yusyn, so he knows that Yusyn has gone very early expansion, and he realizes at this stage that he's actually a base behind.
Yeah, that's right. So CBS now definitely with the economic advantage. They've held off that second, I guess, push. But now we see Griddler moving his army up, and a few more lings, 14 lings actually on the way for Frezned. So it looks like we're going to see Endgame Studios continue with this aggression.
Can we talk about Baker's dozens for a second here?
We can talk about Baker's dozens.
Are there 13 in a Baker's dozen? Is
There
that the
are.
expression?
Yeah, totally.
And that's because there's always like one bun or loaf or whatever that's stuffed.
Yeah, not quite up to scratch. And we see a bunch more Banelings getting morphed in. Not a Baker's dozen of Banelings, just 8. Or a Baker's dozen minus 5.
We refer to every unit relative to what it is with a Baker's dozen.
It's standard.
2 Baker's dozens here, plus 3.
I'm sick of the metric system. We need the Baker's system. And here we see another push now from Endgame Studios, scanning that. Once again, this pylon...
the Banelings.
Or the Banelings going to go into those... Yes, they do take out those Zealots and the pylon and most of that cybernetics core. So now Griddler's Marines free to clean up. They will get through this wall, yes. So now CBS definitely get in a little bit of trouble. Few lings from Yusyn, but these Stalkers from Timmy... Will they be enough to clean up Griddler's Marines? I think they will with those zealots up the front.
That force really just got whittled down by those 2 photon cannons, and the Stalkers just did not have enough units to deal with that defense.
That's right. They almost broke through there, but yeah, CBS just coming up with the goods in the nick of time. Now we see Griddler running his army away, hiding behind in the long grass as well. So catching those wings, maybe a little bit unaware, but not being able to survive anyway.
Ooh, looks like an errant rally point here has cost him just a couple of units. But he does clean up. That's okay.
We do see Yusyn expanding again, so taking his 3rd just at the same time that Frezned takes his 1st expansion. But we do see a lot more lings on the field.
So some real constant aggression here by Endgame Studios. It looks like they're trying to break through and kind of make CBS pay for their economic advantage.
Yeah, I think they are.
So far, they haven't been able to crack that defense, though. They've had 2 tries now with the Banelings and that wall, but there are just too many photon cannons there. In the meantime, though, we see them engaging in the long grass, and it looks like they kind of got taken by surprise there a little bit.
Yusyn's lings getting cleaned up. So once again, yeah, we do see Endgame hiding in this long grass, allowing them to take a bit of a surprise attack on Yusyn's lings as they run by.
We do see a lot of roaches now coming out for Yusyn, though. Looks like he's switching up now from speedlings to roaches, and we've got the roach speed coming out as well. We've got 2 evolution chambers out as well, so he might start pumping upgrades out quite quickly as well.
That's right.
So looks like we could, have a real tech switch here. We've got siege tanks entering the mix now as well, and again being positioned in that long grass, so they won't have vision of that siege tank until they're right on top of it.
Right on top of it, that's it. But we might have to leave this game right here just for the moment while we're in a lull point, and then get back to part 2 just after this.